Okay, so first up in the youth division is Sawyer Ratliff with Ratliff Builds. So Sawyer, this is your advance button.
Hello, I'm Sawyer Ratliff, and today I'm presenting to you Ratliff Builds. Ratliff Builds plans to manufacture riot suits. What is a riot suit? A riot suit is what you would see a police officer using to control or contain a riot. But riot suits have many flaws. Riot suits mainly focus on the torso, not the whole body. Riot suits are not bulletproof, and they do not have a good way to defend yourself. As you can see in this photo, they only focus on the torso, and that thin fabric around them is clearly not bulletproof. And they only have a stick and a shield to defend themselves, which is not helpful as you'd think. The solution. Our suits will cover the full body and not just the torso. We will reinforce the suit with Kevlar and titanium to ensure bulletproof abilities, and incorporate tasers and other tools into the suit to defend yourself. So this means instead of dropping and fumbling your taser on the ground, you have it on maybe your fist, ready to go and defend yourself. Now this is a mock prototype made out of cardboard just to get an idea of what it looks like. Now the TAM for riot suits in America is $15 billion. And the SAM, so in Nevada, like Reno and Las Vegas, is $1 billion. And our SOM is $15 million in 4 years. So the competition, we have EOD, Security Pro USA, and Damascus Steel or Gear. And EOD does not cover the full body and is not flexible. Security Pro USA is not bulletproof, and Damascus Gear isn't bulletproof or isn't flexible. So Security Pro USA and Damascus Gear sell about $900 per suit. EOD Gear sells for $2,000 per suit, and we sell for about $1,500 per suit. So the business model, this business would be business to government, so selling directly to the police department or even the military as well. So we sell each suit for about $1,500. And in the future, we plan to keep this American made and manufactured in our own facilities. The team, I, Sawyer Ratliff, am the founder and CEO, and my mother, Mandy Ratliff, has a background in finance and business, is the advisor and CFO. So my ask is that if anyone that has a background in law enforcement or any such thing, if they would like to talk to me about that, that'd be great. And how I will use my earnings is 10% goes into staff, 20% into operations, and 30% to R&D, and then prototypes have 40,000. Thank you for your time, and here's my contact information.
Good job. Okay, so the first question for Sawyer comes from George.
Sawyer, good job on your presentation.
Thank
I
you.
liked your cardboard mock-up
Mhm.
because that is showing the direction that you're heading with your concept. Have you done any research on, by putting the titanium and Kevlar on your suits, how much it will weigh and will it exhaust the police officer when he's trying to work?
Well, that was kind of an idea, like kind of weighing how much it is. We haven't fully got in there, but I plan to do so because that's really important.
Very good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Having some breakout room issues. So the next question goes to Donna. Donna Corey?
Coming.
Hi, Donna, you seem to have a poor connection. Can you You can turn off your video and that may help us to hear you. Oh, it just got better.
Did it? Yeah, I've been fighting with this throughout the whole presentation. I'm not sure if my question's gonna go over very well.
Okay, we're having an echo, but if you do turn your video off, it should make audio better.
I have turned it off.
We can hear you better.
Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay,
Sawyer,
Sawyer, great job with your presentation.
I really
appreciated
the
the pie chart
with how you were
with
going
how
to
you
use
were
your
going to use your
monies.
monies.
Can
Thank
you,
you.
Can you
explain
further explain a little bit about how you will market this?
It's kind of hard to market to the government, so we'd probably have to reach out to them or find people like public, the public part of the police department and reach out and ask them if they'd like to take a look or just send them to all sorts of places with contacts.
Follow on. George,
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
George, do you have another question?
This is more of a comment than a question. You're aware that there are police associations and they have conferences. So you would be able to attend those conferences with your suit.
Oh,
That would probably be a very good marketing opportunity. Because at that conference, you would be able to do a demonstration with the security guard in your suit for sure. As far as your concept, do you have anybody that you've talked to in the police departments? Have you contacted somebody and asked them what their needs are?
no, not yet, but I do plan to because that'd be really important because it's not what I want, it's what is needed.
Very good.
Okay. Donna, did you have another question? Donna?
No, thank you.
Okay, we have a little bit more time. So Sawyer, did you tell us what inspired you to try to design something?
What inspired me for this is seeing all the riots on the news and such like that. So I thought, well, what if they get harmed? So I've always been entrepreneurial and kind of an inventor. So I decided, well, why don't I work on that? And that's how I got the idea for this and worked on it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I give him a suggestion?
Yes.
You try researching poly impregnated plastics.
No.
It's super hard, it's lightweight. Uses a lot of process liners and bed liners equipment. It does just as good as metal, if not better, holding up to wear and tear.
What was the name of that?
Moly impregnated plastics.
I'll have
Moly,
to,
like metal compound moly.
yeah, I'll have to look into that. Seems interesting.
Sawyer, how old are you?
I'll turn 13 in December.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up here. Next up, we have Payson Jones with KJ Farm. And Payson, you're going to share your screen, so go ahead and get set up.
Okay. Okay, hello. My name is Payson Jones, and my business is PayJ Farms. It is a service that provides affordable, good quality lawn care and other yard maintenance services. My business started when I was told by one of my uncles who runs our family farm I could start driving equipment. I was so excited that I'd be done pulling weeds. It was getting close to the summer, so I called him up, but he had changed his mind and said that they still had plenty of stuff for me to do, which pretty much meant there were lots of weeds. I said no one got their idea to go around trimming bushes. So I started trimming bushes. I kept going house to house here and there, but I wasn't making much money. So I got another idea. I could start mowing lawns. So I started mowing lawns, and then I bought more equipment with the money I earned and starting edging, leaf blowing, and just doing yard cleanup jobs, working my way up as I advertised and started gaining more lasting customers. The problems most people face are, number one, not enough time. A lot of homeowners don't have time in their daily lives to get their lawn maintenance done. Number two, physical limitations. Some people have physical limitations that prevent them from being able to do that kind of work. Three, lack of tools or skill. You might not have the tools to perform yard maintenance tasks or don't have the skill to do it well. And number four, you don't want to. No one wants to do their yard work out in the heat or cold. These problems are where PJ Farms comes in. We have the time to do your lawn maintenance, so you don't have to. We have the ability to do it. We have the right equipment and training so that we can maintain your lawn well and even make it healthier. And the best part is that you don't have to do it. We do everything so you don't have to. So my total addressable market is in my town is 532 homes, which is about $829,000 annually. My serviceable addressable market is 250 homes, which is $390,000 annually. And my serviceable attainable market is about $234,000 in 3 years. And this is achievable with 3 employees and myself working 3 days each and doing 7 to 8 houses a day in the summer. And then in the spring and fall, working 1 day, also doing 7 to 8 houses each day with an average house cost of $40. So I have one competitor, PV Waste Services. I provide a range of services that are done with good quality. But unlike my competitor, I am inexpensive and I am open to more customers. PV Waste Services does do good quality work and provides a range of services, but they are costly and are not open to gaining more customers. My business model is a business to consumer. I have one-time and weekly service options. My price guide depends on the square footage of an area and the services wanted. Services cost differently depending on the skill needed to run the equipment and the average time it takes to complete the services, and how expensive the equipment and the tools are needed in order to maintain it are. I get most of my customers from flyers, ads, referrals, and mainly drive-bys. My monthly revenue for the first month of my business was $70. Last month in October, my revenue was $444. This puts my 6-month business growth rate at 534%. My team consists of my friend Todd Hansen and I. I operate the business financing, customer service, advertising, and equipment management all myself. I also do most of the labor work, and Todd just helps out where I need him. He also helps me with the technology side of things. I plan on hiring more people so that I can grow and expand my business. If I'm funded, I will use 5% for advertising, 82.5% for equipment, and 12.5% to repay a loan. Thank you for my time. Thank you for your time, and this is the contact information.
Okay, thank you, Payson. Dave, I see you're here and you have the first couple of questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, really well done. I enjoyed that. And you're a man after my own heart because I did the exact same thing at your age. So you mentioned, I thought you mentioned you had 3 people helping and then I saw just the 2. Is that my mistake in there?
No, I only have 2 people helping. But if I were to hire more people, if I were to hire 3 people and myself, that would be my obtainable market, which I'm planning on doing really soon.
Okay, and as far as, are you, one of the biggest things that you're gonna run into is cost of equipment and maintenance and those type of things. Are you using your own equipment, or do you plan to, where's your spend coming for equipment and maintenance? And if something breaks, are you able to swap things around and things like that?
Yeah, so I've bought all my own equipment, and if my equipment has broken a few times, but I fix it myself, or I try to fix it, and if I don't, I just spend my own money and then try to pay myself back later.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, Alyssa.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Well done on your presentation. I certainly agree with you that lawn maintenance care is time-consuming, difficult, so the service is very needed. You touched on it on one of your slides, competition. So, how do you plan to differentiate yourself and your business?
Sorry,
Alyssa, we had a lot of feedback on that question. Can you turn your speaker off
My speaker.
and repeat the question? Yeah, we're hearing this echo like it is. Oh, it's Donna. Can you mute yourself? Okay, Alyssa, please repeat the question.
All right, yes, much better. I was just asking, you mentioned that there is competition, and I'm curious, how do you plan to differentiate yourself from that competition to be, the employer of choice or the service of choice?
well, so I do about the same quality of work. We both have the same quality of work, but I charge a lot less than them, and also I also advertise. They don't really advertise at all. They just really go by word of mouth. I go by word of mouth, and I also advertise on our town Facebook page, and I advertise door to door with flyers, and people also give me lots of references.
Well, that's wonderful, and it sounds like you already have clientele, and it also sounds like you're trying to expand the capacity of your business. So do you plan to increase your marketing and outreach efforts, or are you happy with your current marketing strategy?
Yes, so I'm going to hire more people, and also buy more equipment so that I can increase my revenue and gain more money and grow my business.
All right, fantastic. Well done. Thank you.
Hi,
Real
Dave.
quick,
We have
just-
time for,
Yeah, one follow-up. Can you talk about your pricing a bit? Like what are your general fees for what type of services you provide? Like mow only versus mow and trim and things like that?
Mm-hmm. So can I share my slide again?
yes, please.
So this is my price guide, and it I really just charge by the square footage and how big the yard is, and then if they want edging or they want blowing, to blow off their patio or porch, and if they want edging on their property, I just add it on. And then there's also some other services I provide that have separate price guides.
Great, thank you.
Does that answer your question, Dave?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much. 5 seconds to spare. Great job, Payson. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay. Thanks so much. Next up, we will have Tanner Huckabee with Squish's Pressure Washing. So Tanner is also at the SBDC office in Fallon. So if you want to share your screen.
Well,
And
just
so-
before I guess,
The slideshow mode, please. Hang on. There you go.
Just before I get started, I just wanted to thank everyone that's putting this whole thing on and all the judges and stuff. And thank you everyone for letting me be here in this little competition and just being out here. So for pressure washing, I do commercial and residential. So for commercial, the problem is that they don't have time or they don't have the right equipment, or it's just too big of a job and they can't get it done on their own time. And for residential, they're just too busy. They're unable to clean it, and nobody really wants to go clean their own windows or houses. And they're unable to get it up on a ladder or unable to get the job done without the right equipment. So these are the services I have. The blue is all pressure washing and soft washing. So RVs, anything that deals with my pressure washer is all in the blue. And then all the green is window washing. So inside, outside of windows, the screens, hard water stains, anything above that. The storefront cleanup is in the red, which is I've painted quite a bit of parking spots. I've done weed removal. I've trimmed shrubs up for the front of businesses and just cleaned the whole thing up on the front. And then so the commercial market, there is 290 businesses in Fallon. And I'm averaging around $400 for just one job for that business. And in the obtainable is just me, and that's 72 businesses. That'd be around $28,000 to get them all done once a year without them returning customers. And 50% of businesses would be with another employee or someone helping me to get those jobs done. And that'd be around 145 businesses without them returning and just coming once a year. And if I got 100% of the businesses, it'd be around 116,000 just with them coming once a year again. And then for residential, there's 3,900 homes in Fallon. And the average job I'm getting on is about $300 on the job. And for just doing it by me with no employees, I could get about 10% of the household, which is 390 houses. So I'd be averaging around $117,000 just coming once a year and not having them repeat. And then the achievable would be with an employee, and that's 975 houses a year. And that's averaging around $292,000. And that's just coming once a year, not them repeating or nothing like that. And then just getting 100 would be $1,170,000 to get 100% of the households in Fallon. So this is all the competition. And then those first two are janitorial companies. So Kleenex and behind the scenes are just basic cleaning for windows. When they wash windows, it's just Kleenex, or not Kleenex, Windex and stuff like that, paper towels. Those next two are also those are just window cleaning companies, and one of them is in Fernley and the other one's in Reno. Those last two are pressure washing, and those are out of Reno. There's no other pressure washing companies in town or in Fernley. There's only one, and that's all that are in the area. So the traction, I've had 44 customers in 2022, and 43% of them are returning. It was kind of slow in April, all the way from January into April. It was really slow. It was just pressure washing. At the end of April, I started to add on to window cleaning, and then at the start of May and all the way through July, I got really busy with window washing, and then a little bit of pressure washing. But then it's going to start to slow down again for the winter time, and it'll be a lot more pressure washing for semi companies and fleet washes and stuff like that. So this is my team. It's just me, my mom and dad. My mom really helps a lot with social media. It helps me with bookkeeping and stuff like that on the whole, I guess, internet and paperwork side. And then my dad helps me repair stuff when I can't figure out what the problem is, or if it's not going right. He'll help me think of something to get done. And what I do if I got this investment, I would put I need around 18,000, and that first in the red is within the first 6 months is what I'd use that money for, is getting into an LLC and a water fed pole system to where it filtrates the water, and I don't need to wipe it down with a towel to dry the window or nothing. So it'd make it a lot faster cleaning, and I'd be able to reach 2 or 3 story buildings without getting up on the ladder. The blue is within a year, getting anything done within a year. So I get a bigger surface cleaner, so I'd be able to get jobs done faster with concrete and stuff like that. And then in the black is if I get another employee, it would be another work trailer. So they'd have their own stuff going on with them. Well, thank you guys for all the time. And there is some before and after pictures, more slides down if you'd like to see them.
Okay, so our time is up, Tanner. So we're going to move right into the questions. And first up is George.
Tanner, thank you very much. You had an excellent presentation. First of all, I want to know if you miss feeding time, is your silent partner silent?
Oh,
No. I didn't figure that your dog would be quiet if you forgot.
no, not really.
Okay, so my question really is related to pressure washing.
Mhm.
In my experience in pressure washing is I can tear a lot of stuff up. Have
Mhm.
you investigated insurance in case you would damage someone's business or home?
Yes, sir. So I'm all licensed and insured. And so for when I'm washing the buildings, it's more of a soft wash. So it's more of a chemicals. So it cleans all the dirt and debris off, and then I just rinse it off. So it doesn't blow any of the seams or get water inside the house.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, Donna, let's give this a whirl.
Okay, can you hear me this time?
We're still having an echo, but yes, we can hear you.
Oh dear. It's just too hard to do this. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Donna, sorry, we realize that you're in the Pahrump room, and so you're on with the room and also,
So make sure you have to have one muted.
yeah, if you have a computer, turn your microphone off on the
Yeah.
computer and the room will pick you up.
I'm sorry. The room is completely turned off. I can't figure out what's happening.
Turn your speakers down, like so that you can't hear audio coming out of your computer.
But she's in the room, so it's on a room sound system.
Yes, my computer speaker is all the way off. And all of the speakers are off in this room. So I don't know what's happening.
All right. Do you have a question, Donna?
I'll put my questions in the chat.
Okay. George, do you have another one?
I do, Tanner. When you talked about your businesses in the community,
Mhm.
you said that your total market was 290 that you thought you could reach.
Mhm.
So in Fernley, does that include home-based businesses? It seemed like a high number to me.
So it's more of just I think it's more of the building places like let's see, like the casinos and down Main Street, all those businesses like that.
Okay, okay. One of the pictures that you showed, you had a
Mhm.
lot of trucks.
Yes, sir.
Because of Fernley's distribution centers, would
Mhm.
trucks be another market that you could obtain?
So yeah, when it's winter time, I go over to Huck Salt and wash all their semi trucks for them. And over at Blue Beacon, they charge around 125 to get a truck washed, and I'm charging around $100 just to get one washed.
Very good. Because that is a big market in your
Mhm.
area.
Okay, a question from Donna is, are most of your customers business or residential? Can you give us the breakdown?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Are your customers mostly business or residential? And what's your
A good majority of them are residential right now, but I'm wanting to expand more into businesses because then they'd want it more often and frequently rather than just once a year like most of the residentials are right now.
Right, then her other question is about insurance. How difficult was it to obtain the insurance?
Um,
And have you had any claims?
I think we had 3 different companies trying to find insurance that wasn't super expensive just to get it done. But it took a while. I think it took a month or 2, maybe a few more to get it finally done.
And did it add a lot of cost to what you have to charge people?
No, not really, just a few extra bucks, nothing too major, because I'm charging around 200 to 250 just to wash the houses right now.
Okay, great. George, do you have another question? We wasted a lot of time with speaker information.
I actually am good.
Okay, and Tanner, we've been asking all of the youth participants, how old are you?
17.
Okay, thank you for a great presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have Melanie Beardall with Beardall Sensations, and she's here in the room.
First off, I made up some treats this morning for you guys to taste test. If you want some, they'll be right here.
Okay, so all of you guys that are remote are not going to get the opportunity to taste these cookies. Okay, here's your advanced slide.
Okay, thank
And
you.
You can see them here.
Okay, so my
Let her, Jordan, can you make sure that her presentation is? Or not? Okay. 1 second, I'll show there. Okay,
thank you. All right, so my business is a bakery and it's called Beardall Sensations. I'm the founder and CEO. The reason why I started this business is because I found a few years ago that me and my family are all gluten-free and allergy-friendly. So it's kind of hard to find something sweet that we would enjoy eating that actually tastes good. The problems that I have found with many allergy-friendly foods out there is it's often gross, so it's not very flavorful and very crumbly, and it makes a really big mess. They're oftentimes too expensive as well. So the solution that Beardall Sensations came up with is that they're delicious treats. They're also very affordable and they're not as crumbly. The market that I've found on gluten-free foods is the global gluten-free food market is 6.4 billion and the growth rate to 2030 is 9.8%. My business model is currently I'm selling direct sales. However, I would like to sell business to business, and I am also selling from my local farmers market. I'm also selling 1 day a week at school, and if you make a special order, I will deliver that. My online is currently under construction, same with my social media, and everything is for the low price of $1. My traction is I sell chocolate chip cookies, pumpkin cookies, and Rice Krispie treats. My chocolate chip cookies, I've made about 35 each month, and every month they always sell out. Same with my pumpkin cookies. As soon as I made those, they shot up and everyone loved them. My Rice Krispie treats did go down in September just because I made a little bit more chocolate chip cookies, but it went right back up. My team is currently my sister, me, and my mom. My sister is my mentor and assistant baker. She helps me with all of my recipes and helps me find some more. My mom is my project manager and she helps me with my money. And I'm the founder, CEO, and head baker. My goals of what I'm going to do with this money is I'm going to copyright my business name because we have found some other bakeries with the name Beardall in it. I want to trademark my logo. I need to get new packaging because currently I have Ziploc bags. Ingredients cost quite a bit. I need a new mixer, baking pans, and an oven. And the website development would also cost some. Thank you for the time. And this is my info and my company's name is Beardall Sensations.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so Dave's ready. Have some questions, Dave?
I do. Thanks. That was a good job. So when you talked about your addressable market, you said globally, but can you talk a little bit more about what your local market is and how many customers you currently have and how you plan to deliver? Is this, deliveries, or they come to you and those type of things?
Okay, so locally, currently I'm only selling at my school during one day a school week and at the farmers market. So I so far have only got my classmates and the grade below me to buy some treats, and a lot of the farmers market people will buy them. But as far as I know, from Wells, Nevada, I'm the only gluten-free baker.
Thanks.
So that's welcome.
Another question, Dave, and then we'll go to Alyssa.
No, I just said thank you.
Oh, okay. Alyssa, do you have any questions for Melanie?
I do, trying to get the camera on and off mute. Great presentation, Melanie, nice job. Disappointed that I'm not there in person to try those treats. But it sounds like you have a lot of demand currently. So how do you plan to upscale your business and meet additional demand?
So currently, I want to try baking a little bit more and sell more a week besides one day. And that's also why I wanted to do the online store, so that I can get more cookies out to more people. And that's why I would need the mixer and the better oven, bigger, so that I can bake more cookies at once and more Rice Krispie treats at once.
That makes sense. One more question for you. Out of your current customers, are a lot of them return customers, and have you done any polling about your product to see areas for improvement or how you can retain those return customers?
So actually, I have most of my customers are returning customers. Every time I bake, they always come back to me and ask me if I have more cookies. And a lot of the time, I will ask them if my cookies are too dry or too moist. And most of the time, they will give me the feedback, and I will change my cookies to fit their needs.
Well, that's great. Can't wait to try them.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, you have another question?
How are you doing like bookkeeping and things like that, just from an administrative perspective on the back end, other than baking? How are you kind of running the back end of your business?
I do not know what that means. Can you restate it? I don't think I heard it all the way.
For bookkeeping and it's just tracking your sales and things like that, how are you doing that, or how are you planning to do that?
So currently I've only done it for like 1 or 2 months. When I did do it, I kept it in a notebook, and I would like further to put it in a spreadsheet in Excel on my computer.
Great, thank you.
I bet you weren't expecting that answer, Dave. Alyssa, another question?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. We've got some time left.
Okay.
You said that all of your cookies are $1.
Yes.
Do they all cost the same amount to make?
So no, that's why the sizes change. So the more expensive it is to make, the smaller I make them. So pumpkin cookies, for example, cost a little more to make. So I make those ones a little bit smaller, but all of my bags are $1. And so that's why I fluctuate the sizes to match the how much it costs to make them.
When you're selling them at school, do you limit the amount per customer?
Yes, actually I do, because some of my customers have asked to buy over 20 bags, which I was surprised at that. So I limit each customer to 5 bags, because currently I do not have a lot of bags when I do make them.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. Great.
You do have the opportunity to have some of these cookies.
Yes, there's truffles and chocolate chip.
How old are you, Melanie?
I'm 13 and in 8th grade.
I teach professional ethics. I teach them bribery is illegal.
Okay. I told you they were amazing. And these judges for both groups are going to have a really hard time deciding what